It says off air. Now it's doing its thing. Okay.
It's kind of funny. Whenever I talk,
I hear myself in the background.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I only hear myself twice or once.
I don't know why that
I don't
is.
know why that is.
I think when you put headphones in,
it helps.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
I'm gonna put one in then. We just got real close and up personal with that again. There we go. Okay.
There you go.
So we want to just read through them separate and then look at what we think the answer is. What's the best way to go about this? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Maybe just go through it, and I agree.
Okay. Jessica, that work, or what are you thinking? I can't hear Jessica. Can you?
No, me either.
I feel like she can hear us, though. So this is a great time now to talk, and she can't say anything back. Can you hear us, Jessica? I think so.
I'm not sure.
What about now?
Yeah. You plugged your headphones in, didn't you?
Okay, I'm not gonna use them.
Okay. Sometimes headphones don't have speakers built in, I think, or computers don't work with them. So no worries.
So maybe we can just go through it, and then if we have issues with any of the questions, we can just bring it up, and then we compare answers.
Okay, so like we both read question 1. Everybody reads it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm sitting here asking myself, when the heck did I read that?
Yep, definitely haven't read that recently.
What the heck?
That probably is a chapter 1 that we skipped.
When an economist points out that you have millions of other people are, I don't even know what interdependent means. That mean they're dependent on other people?
Yeah, I think so.
So they rely on one another for the goods and service we consume, which only makes sense in this situation. One of my professors always said, when you go to a question and you don't know it, he said, think like an economist, and don't think like a smart person. Yeah, that's what I think. Rely upon others for goods and service we consume. Okay. Product possibility frontier. If homes must work
Is it number 2, 5?
5 hours.
Hold on. What am I doing? So what do we just figure out of that? Homes, are we trying to look at the graphs and decide?
Nah, you're just looking at homes.
Homes.
Whatever that person's name is.
Yeah, only the first graph. Just multiply 10 purses with half hour per each, which means
these 5. Okay. Dude, what's the other graph for?
Just to
maybe for the, I don't know. No.
It's a production possibility.
Are we in the third question?
Yeah, on Lisa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With cornstarch. You mix a little water also, and it will thicken it real quick. So in this situation, you look at their high and their lows. So Lisa can do 16 jackets and 4 sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce can do 10 jackets and 2 sweaters, right?
Yeah.
So it wants to know what production is the best to get the most out of them, is what they're asking.
I don't even know if it's saying the best. I think it's just saying what's possible.
Numbers given.
Yeah. Could they produce
Well, we know. Gotcha.
together? So obviously the ideal would be, I guess it would be like a, yeah, I don't even know.
Does this have anything to do with the comparative advantage and absolute advantage?
Freak. This looks hard.
Because absolute advantage. How do I do this? So 16 over 4. So Lisa is giving up 4 jackets to make 1 sweater.
Okay.
Bryce
It's given up 5.
Yeah, is giving up 5 jackets for 1 sweater. Okay. So what do those tell us? So the absolute advantage goes to Bryce, correct? And the comparative goes to Lisa?
Yeah, I think so.
Because absolute is who has the very most, comparative is who has the least amount of units being traded in between each to become one or the other. I feel like, so what are those going to do to help us in here? Let's see. I guess Preston just texted me and said he switched out of the class.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dang. Dude, the first week, man, it can make you want to switch a lot of things in life.
Seriously.
Oh, or the second week, it's like, what am I doing? Can I handle this?
This problem.
What am I doing? The worst part is I need that darn book in front of me. Do you have the book, Jessica?
I haven't. I don't.
Because they messed up, so they're still sending them out, but it's switching back and forth. And so you're trying to go back into the online book. Maybe we should just skip it and move on.
So, comparative advantage for jerseys. Or the, what's it called?
We have jackets and sweaters.
Oh, jackets and sweaters.
Well, is what I think we had the same one.
Yeah, so are for jackets. Get this right here. My notes. Yes, comparative advantage goes to the lowest opportunity cost. So prices, opportunity cost is 1/5 of sweaters for one jacket. So his is the lowest for jackets, right? Yeah, jackets. And then Lisa has the lowest for sweaters, 4 jackets.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opportunity cost. So now we have to take it one step further than that. This is the opportunity. We have 1/5. 1/5.
Should we just skip it and then return to it later?
I'm not opposed to that. Sometimes you get doing other problems. It helps you notice something that you missed simple in the previous.
Yeah, sounds good.
What route were you trying to go on it, Taylor? Like, were you trying to?
At least I know now is that Bryce has to produce jackets. So he was going to make 10 in a year, and she's going to do sweaters, and she can make 4. That doesn't add up anything here, even if you like do a trade.
Yeah, because then you. Yeah, there was one of the questions on the assignment you took someone's combine what they could produce, and it was outside. What's that line, like the PPF? What's that mean again? Like it was on the outside of what they could actually produce individually. I feel like that's
Right, that was their consumption.
is that what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with scooting down to the next. What do you guys? Is that cool, Taylor, Jessica?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. How'd it turn out, Chels? It's all right. It'll be fine. Minutes needed to make one bushel. What the heck? Minutes needed to make one. Uh-huh. Yes. No, I'm still doing it, babe. So right there it says minutes needed to make 1 bushel of wheat. Is that saying what minutes?
Sorry, I was still looking over the previous question.
Oh, did you want me to look more information on it and try and go back to the reading? I don't want to. If you want to figure it out, I'm not going to stop.
Like that's why there's three of us, right? So like I could.
Okay. I'm looking at the next one. Jessica, are you looking at it?
Yeah.
So what it says minutes needed to make 1 bushel of wheat. What the heck? Minutes?
So it needs 30 minutes to make one, which means he makes 2 of them in 1 hour.
Okay, yes. That's
So
what
in
I
8
was reading
hours,
on.
it means 16 of them. Since it makes 2 of them in 1 hour.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so it's 16.
And 15 minutes, so you're making 4 an hour, so that's 32. Paul's making 32 an hour.
Okay.
And Andrew's making 30.
That's for engine.
So yeah, 15 times 4 is 60. And then 4 times 8 is 32, so 32. Then how many minutes? 5 into 60 goes what? 20 times? No.
It's only for Andrea, not for Paul.
Oh, gotcha. So she can do 16 and 32 bushels. So A is for her then. Correct? Okay. Are you on 5 then now?
Yeah.
Okay. Brazil's production possibility frontier. The fact the line slows down will reflect the fact that. That should be C, should it not?
Wait.
Or is it looking at?
I think it's C.
So this is the ones that get me when they start like being all smart on us, So like you figure out what the ratio is, like what the slope is. So should Brazil specialize in producing cashews because they give up 1 peanut and they can make X amount of cashews, and they can make 240 cashews if it's 1 peanut? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's hard for us to know the value of a peanut just because they made the graph like that. Doesn't mean it's like super valuable. Like
no, but I'm economically thinking is what I'm like. Is this one of those questions that's like wants to go one step further than just
right?
So in my mind, it would be Brazil faces a trade-off between producing peanuts and product cashews. That's what the downward slope means. Every time you come this way one, you're trading off cashews for peanuts or vice versa.
Uh-huh.
Does that seem correct?
Okay, well, for Brazil, it is more costly. It is more costly to produce peanuts than it is to produce cashews. I don't think so. Right? I think it means it's more inexpensive. Right? So I don't think it's A. Maybe Brazil will produce more peanuts and fewer cashews as time goes by. No, it can't be that one. It makes sense. This isn't a time thing.
Yeah, has to be a trade-off.
Brazil faces a trade-off between producing peanuts and producing cashews. Faces a trade-off.
So you think it's C?
Cashews. It's probably C because I think the next best answer is D. But we don't know who they're comparing against. this information. This doesn't know if they should specialize in cashews.
Yeah.
Maybe it does, because it's like they're producing more than 8 peanuts. So.
And that's the thought in my mind. And well, if you're producing that many, you should specialize in cashews if you can only do 8 peanuts. So I don't really know. I'm not gonna outguess. I'm just going with it.
Yeah, see? Sounds good.
Yeah, I just use C. And you got the one above us, the 16 bushels, 32 pounds of beef.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get any luck with the jackets?
No, I'm hitting a wall on this one.
Okay. Jessica, you said you love Eccon.
Yeah, we need some of that love right now.
What is it?
All right, let's keep going.
Are we on question 6?
Correct.
Interesting. So Betty produces more on both.
Yeah, because she has. This
You
one
have
of
to
those.
find out the opportunity cost. I'm pretty sure it's going to say that Alice should produce lemonade and Betty should produce pizza. But let's see.
Point represents. So we're using the point B, their current production is what we're using for their opportunity cost.
No, I think we go to their absolutes because it's asking about their specialization. So you say in so I'm not explaining this one.
400 lemonade for homegirl. Okay, I think I got it, how you're doing it. I'm gonna run through it. 400, 200, 450.
It's funny. I watched the video and they have me make this stupid little square with the four squares with their names on the sides and the products on top. Like, in order for me to think through this, I have to draw this note every time. It's so stupid. Like, I don't know it well enough just to write it down.
I vaguely remember that. You should show it to me when you get done if you don't mind. It'll pop up. I think because
I watched a video on the Eccon book. It was a problem walkthrough, and it was the most helpful thing ever. It was called Problem Walkthrough number 3, and I watched that. It was like perfect. He explained it amazingly.
I'll put a note here. Walkthrough number 3.
Yeah, on the book.
Okay. So the top is lemonade. So when I do my math for like Alice, trying to figure out what her absolute comparative advantage is, I come up with she gives up for each pizza she makes, it costs her 2 lemonade.
Yeah. For who? For Alice?
Yeah. And then for Betty, for each lemonade she gives up to make pizza, she's given up 3 to 2.
Correct. Yeah. So Betty should be making lemonade, and Alice should be oh no, sorry, say that. I've reversed. Betty should be making pizza, and Alice should be making lemonade.
So this is pizza. This is the way it should be. So Alice produces pizza, Betty produces lemonade, according to that little shindig.
Yep, so Alice should produce. There you go, I think it's the second one.
Okay.
Because Alice is. Do you know, Jessica, do you know how to do that? You know what we're talking
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
about? Okay. So Alice, she's one half of a pizza for every lemonade. And then Betty was 2/3 of a pizza per lemonade. And then Allie was 2 lemonades per pizza. Betty was only 1.5. So there it is. Cool.
Okay. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, babe.
Is it probably all sitting here?
Yes, please.
Got tables and chairs.
It costs 1 chair.
And it's interesting with opportunity cost, it's not so much who can make the most, it's who can sacrifice to make the most.
The least amount of units to make the most, right?
Right,
Is
exactly.
opportunity.
So kind of a
Yes.
backwards way of thinking. But it's
So maybe I'm confused. So what's comparative cost then?
comparative advantage is that just means they have the lowest opportunity cost.
Okay, that's what I
Just
thought it
compare
was.
So they can even be producing less and have comparative advantage.
Correct.
Yeah, because Tracy here is kicking butt with her.
I think it's 6 tables for Ken and 2 tables for Tracy. Because to make 1 table, he has to give up 6 chairs for Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And Tracy, for 1 table, she has to give up 3 chairs.
Correct.
So opportunity cost is what you give up in order to produce. So I think that's 1. D.
Perfect. Yep.
So 6 tables for Ken and 3 tables for Tracy, or what they're giving
Yeah.
up for 1 chair.
No, wait.
Backwards.
Yeah. So 1 chair, 1/6. Okay. I think it's the first one, A.
Let's see. So yeah, Ken
So it's vice versa, yeah.
Ken
1
is
chair. To produce 1 chair, he has to give up 1/6 of the table.
correct.
Yeah. And to make 1 chair, Tracy has to give up 1/3.
That's what I have down here. Is that making sense? What we're doing then? Up to you, Taylor. So Tracy made. That's got to be A.
Yeah.
Is he frozen or is he thinking? Is he gone? Taylor, he must be gone. I get so confused when I write things down. I have to back up and look at what I wrote down and make sure it makes sense because it confuses me so quick if I don't.
Yeah.
So you guys came to A?
Yeah, 1/6 of a table for Ken, 1/3 of a table for Trace. Is that what you did?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Dude, you were like frozen on your screen. Are you like a live feed or do you just like pause your screen? Or are you holding that still?
No, it must be just. No, I didn't click anything.
Because if you can hold that still, man, props to you, you know? Assume that Japan. Quantities produced in 24. So on this one, are we just using the information on the right and the information on the left is just there to mess with us?
I don't think it matters either one you use. Oh, wait.
Because one on the right's actual cars.
Right. No, you're right. Hours needed to make one. Yeah, we don't care about hours.
We shouldn't, should we? We're looking at just the actual.
Oh, that's confusing. Yeah, we're just looking at production. Thanks for pointing that out. I was going through the wrong one. That's probably where they put it.
Them.
Be obnoxious.
Of course they would. They do that to us, so.
Yeah, why not?
Milk. My wife keeps asking me these questions. Like, it feels so stupid because I know it's like, hold on, like, quit asking me questions. You know, just yes, I'll just nod. She's the best, but.
How long have you been married?
Yeah, it's good stuff. 2 years, you know? It's what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. What's that? $80, $48.
Okay, so I got the opportunity cost. So
Okay, I'm almost done computing. Is it 5-1 for Japan?
we're looking for the opportunity cost for one car is 1/5 of an airplane.
Yes. We'll switch that around to be 1/5 of an airplane. Okay.
Perfect. And then for Korea, it's going to be 1/3.
I have not finished. We have so 1/3. So it's going to be 1/5 of an airplane for Korea. No, that's
For
backwards.
Japan. So it's 1/5 for Japan and 1/3 for Korea.
So down here, I can just like walk you through how I got it, just briefly. So the way the guy in the video did this, explained it. So it said, so we're looking at Japan. They have 80 cars and 16 airplanes. The way he said it, he's like, okay, you have 80 cars. So the next step you do is that you say, okay, how much? He like divided it like to 1/80th. Like you take one piece of that. Like so then to produce one car, then you compare that against airplanes. So it was a little bit easier to explain. He did it with like corn or whatever, but with this cars, so you just take 1/80th and then you divide it by the 16 of the airplanes. So it's 16 divided by 80.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't explain that very well, but it's
16 divided
So-
by 80, which was 0.2.
Yeah, exactly. So 1/5.
So it'd be 1/5, which I got the 1/5 part. Now I'm just looking down underneath you, and I'm like, so 1/5 is what it cost of an airplane.
Yeah, that's what he's sacrificing to produce one car. So instead of producing the 1/5 of an airplane, he's choosing to make the one car.
So just in the answers to pick from, it says 1/5 of an airplane is Korea's opportunity cost. Wait, that's not even
no.
Korea. We
No, you
need
just
Korea.
Now this is Japan.
Oh my gosh, I'm reading the freaking stuff wrong.
Yeah, you're good. Now we're straight. Let's keep going.
I'm so lost. I'm just gonna take a second to figure my brain out. Japan's opportunity cost of one car is. So it's A.
Yeah.
That wording, man, I swear I'm like handy when it comes to this stuff. I just need things way more simple, and they expect us, like, because we're in college, to be able to read things. Not that it's complicated, but I just like things laid out, so I figure the answer and I get it. I don't want to figure out the problem reading also.
Right.
Like freaking or like counting's been.
Seriously.
All right. Antro is willing to trade 6 burritos for 10 tacos. Specializes in tacos. Which of the following combination of tacos and burritos could Deanna then consume? So Deanna specials in tacos production, and Arturo specials in burritos.
Right.
Well, if she specializes in taco, Diana would do 400, correct? And 0 burritos.
Right.
And Homegirl would do 300 burritos and 0 tacos.
Right.
So 300 burritos, 0 tacos, 400 and 0 burritos. Now, what do I do with that?
Which of the following combinations of tacos and burritos could Dina then consume? Assuming Dina specializes in tacos. So how many did she consume after she did the trade? Well, she's making 200. Oh, no, it's talking about a ratio. So she's saying for every 10 tacos she makes, she's trading them for 6 burritos.
Okay.
Wait, no,
So
she only have burrito. Oh, I mean, oh, I think we just have to do some math. Oh, that's okay. That's just what it is. Yeah, it's stupid.
So when you say math, are we doing this simple
Yeah, it's
slope?
pretty simple. So what it is? No, I wouldn't even look at slope. So I don't know, just in my head. So she's not going to. So every 10 tacos, she's getting 6 burritos. So they're saying what are the possibilities where that could work? So under the first option, it's saying 100 tacos, which means Dina has traded 300 of them for burritos. Does that make sense?
She's
That
traded.
means it's 30 times 6. That's only 180.
So is there two parts to this question? So the end part says Dina specializes in taco production and Homegirl specializes in burrito. So if they both specialize, we know they do the one they produce the most of, right?
Yeah.
With the lower.
C.
Sorry, what?
The answer C.
C.
What? Yeah, the third one. 300 tacos, 60 burritos. So there might be another way to do it, but the way I did it, I just. So if you just look, so that means if she's keeping 300 tacos, that means she's trading 100 tacos, which means she's getting per 10 tacos, she's getting 6 burritos. So she's making that trade 10 times with her 100 tacos. So you take that 10 trade, times it by the 6 burritos, and that's the 60.
Got you. And the 300. Okay. So you can almost look at elimination looking at the graphs then? Is that what you did? Yeah. Just kind of like, look.
No, I don't look at the graphs. I just hit my head.
Oh. So looking up, and that's why you're doing a accounting major? Is that what you told me?
Yeah, I just like math. So.
That makes me sick, I'm going to be honest. Hearing those words out of anybody's mouth is a crime.
We can move on.
Gosh dang it.
All good, bro. You can, I don't know, you can pull the slack when I don't know it.
Yeah, I'll take care of the slope. I got that every time.
There you go.
Down.
I hate these stupid names. Freedonia.
I know. We don't want to offend anybody and use. Why can't we use a normal name around here? I mean, are we worried about someone getting offended?
Why are you getting sued by Ukraine?
No doubt. Without trade.
Albania. It's making 2 corn, 6. So here's something that's throwing me off. Oh, but so suppose that a worker in Fredonia. Okay. And then saying it has 10 workers. That's stupid.
So, yeah, times everything by 10, right?
Yeah.
So you'll have 60 corn, 20 wheat, 20 corn, 60 wheat?
Yeah.
So Fredion sends 30 units of corn to Sylvia.
So the way I think we're supposed to set this up is just like question 3 in the homework. Maybe even a little easier, because I already told you.
the last part, will be able to consume a maximum of. That's throwing me for a loop. 60s.
So the first information with 6 and 2 units, is it with trade or without?
Without trade, free beyond produces 130 units in corn, units of wheat.
Yeah, I think it's A.
I think that's too easy to be
Well, in a year, the most that Fredonia, like that's what I mean though, is like they gave us all this other information, like trying to find opportunity costs or not, but they're just telling you what to do. They already told you what the trade's going to be. They said they're trading 30 for 30 for 30. And the most that each can make is 60, right?
A. Yeah.
So Fredonia is going to be making 60 corn, and Slovenia is making 60 wheat. So if they're each trading 30, down 30 corn, they go up 30 wheat.
Which would put
So each of them eat 30 and 30. So
that put
and in the end, they break even, which previously what they were doing, like Fredonia breaking even on wheat, but they're gaining 20 corn. And then same with the other side. Break even on wheat, gaining corn. So, well, let's say. Yeah, for that one, you don't even need to find the opportunity cost. They're just telling you what the trade's going to be. A lot of information.
not everybody can think as quick as you, man. Come on. That is correct. And I have this conglomerate of shiz on my paper. I'm going to turn that in and see who that makes sense to, huh? For nothing. Assume the farmer and the rancher can switch conclusion. So in this problem, we need to find who has the comparative advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will tell, isn't that what's going to tell us who can gain from who or what can happen if it's possible?
Yeah, sorry, let me read over again. I just got distracted.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, yeah, so we just got to figure out opportunity cost, and then, yeah, see who has the comparative advantage.
Are you still guys on the 10th question or?
11?
No,
Let's
we're on
see.
11.
11. 10's the 30-30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So farmer is going to be making So to produce pork, the cost is 2 tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And the opposite is going to be 1/2 of a pound of pork per tomato. And for rancher, it's going to be even.
Yeah, the rancher's even. 1-1.
It's kind of cool. 1-1.
So
I think it's A, since from trade everyone is better off. I don't think we need to calculate anything.
1 pound
They
of pork.
said Macon has a comparative advantage for pork, and Farmer has it for tomatoes.
Correct.
So they said in order for it to be a good trade, it has to be between the opportunity costs. So 1 pound of pork for 2 pounds of tomatoes. Right. So Farmer, he's already producing 1 pound of pork for 2 pounds of tomatoes. So he's breaking even. He's not gaining a deal. But the rancher is. He's doubling his thing.
Correct, because they want to say trade takes place at 1 pound of pork and 2 pounds of tomatoes. Is what you're saying,
Right?
And
Exactly.
we know the farmer already does that.
Right. So that doesn't really give him any sort of advantage other than convenience, I guess.
So the rancher, where are we at? The rancher will gain, the farmer will not. I think that's what I'm seeing. Is that what you're seeing too?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Jessica, you seeing that?
Say that again?
Do you see how we went about that?
No, I didn't understand that.
So you have to. So the first step is you have to figure out the opportunity cost, right? So were you able to get that far?
Yeah.
So what do you have for the farmer and the rancher for opportunity cost?
Should be.
So, well, anyways, what it should be the farmer should have an opportunity cost of 2 tomatoes per pound of pork, or 2 pounds of tomatoes per pound of pork, and the rancher is 1
Yeah.
tomato per pork. And so what a good trade needs to be is somewhere between, that means the 2 pounds of tomatoes and the 1 pound of tomato for the rancher.
Mm-hmm.
But the trade is 2 tomatoes. But the farmer's already doing that because that's his opportunity cost. He's giving up 2 tomatoes to make 1 pound of pork. So he's not gaining from that trade, but the rancher's stoked. He doubled. So
Okay.
So the key thing to notice is it tells us what the trade takes place at: 1 pound of pork, 2 pounds of tomatoes.
all right, nice. Moving on. Oh yeah, great more host snakes. That makes a lot of sense.
I want to say Jose. We'll call him Jose.
You know what language?
Jose and Merv.
Merv. I like Merv. All right. Jose and Merv switch from each person dividing their time equally between the production of purses and wallets. So each person spending all their time producing the good, in which he or she has comparative advantage, and total production of purses will increase by. Oh, great. That makes no sense.
So we got to do the darn comparative advantage thing. Is that what I'm figuring out again? Is that what we keep repeatedly doing over and over?
Yeah, but it's even more than that because this is something I don't quite understand what to do because she's saying combined. So yeah, looking real quick, Jose is probably going to end up making purses and Merv is going to make wallets, right?
Correct.
Just looking at it, like from the graph that you can, like without us doing the numbers. But it's saying That's not the question. The question is the total production of purses will increase by how many?
If they divide their time equally between the production of personal wallets spend.
Right, but I don't see it. I don't know what it was before, right? Like,
Spending all the time. So are we supposed to find out where their comparative advantage is and then use that as the way to find out the total production the purses could increase by?
I honestly have no clue.
Well, when all else fails, let's see here. Find some help.
Oh, okay, well, here's a hint. Here it is. Yeah, this must be it. It says if Jose and Merv switch from each person dividing their time equally, so that's the key. That they were producing right in the middle.
Okay, equally so.
So right in the middle of that line. So wherever that is.
4 and 5 would be the middle, wouldn't it? For the top?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's perfect. That's it. So Jose was making 5 purses and 4 wallets. There we go.
Yes, 5 and 4.
And Merv was making 2 and 3.
Freaking Merv was making 3 wallets and 2 purses. Merv.
So the total production was 7 and 7.
Correct. Together.
7 wallets, 7 purses. Now if they separate, Jose is going to be making purses. But he's just going ham on those purses. So, like, I guess we can do the numbers, but it looks like, because he's just, he's making more purses than wallets, and it's easy because she's making more wallets than purses.
Correct.
So you just switch it. So that means Jose is going to be, because he's going to do all purses, he's making 10 purses, and Merv is doing all wallets. So now we got 6 wallets, which is less. But it's not asking about wallets. That's probably why, because they didn't want to go negative.
About purses, which increased by
3.
If he makes 10.
And before it was 7.
Oh, gotcha. Right there. Gotcha. Dude, that's a lot of, like, almost just straight up. So, divide our time equally. Darn more keywords in there, man. You should be a professor. You recognize those keywords way too good. Like, seriously, that's like, you're lucky that you can do that. That's so hard. That's hard for me to recognize. As soon as you mention it, like, it clicks and it makes perfect sense and I can run through it.
Right. Yeah, because it's just like, dang it, we're missing something. Like, there's more.
But my mind's still stuck on the freaking accounting we did and how we weren't missing anything. My brain was trying to tell me we were missing something. It's just all really screwed me up for the first couple of days this week, you know?
I hated that it just didn't tell us that we had it right.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I was so pissed. I went to my tutor last night and got help with it. And he didn't know.
Oh. All right. I got a meeting in here shortly, so.
All right, well, we keep working through whenever you got to bounce. 13. Assume that the farmer and the rancher can switch between producing pork and producing tomatoes at a constant rate.
That looks like the same question.
Yeah, same numbers, right? And it wants to know Wait, where'd my number? Oh, they're a little different. No, they're the same. 4866.
Yeah, it's saying what should they specialize in?
The
And I
farmer
got
should
my
specialize in what production?
tomatoes.
Tomatoes. And the rancher should specialize in pork.
Yep. Hey, that was an easy one.
Oh, I feel smart. This is good. Let's keep this rolling. Momentum. Conserving producing mixers and producing toasters at a constant rate. So, mixers and toasters, we just got to figure out absolute advantage. Which?
She has it in mixers.
Melee is
Hold on.
5 mixers to 8 toasters.
Oh, so here we go. Absolute advantage means she's making more. Comparative advantage is opportunity cost.
Yes, correct.
So Maya is making more of both mixers and toasters.
Yes, she
So
is.
she has the absolute advantage of both. And then it's saying the comparative advantage for mixers, it's hers is 8/5. She's given up for mixers.
Yes. So she has a higher, so
No, because then Miguel is, you divide the 4 by 2. So his is 2.
yes.
His is higher than mine. So a lower opportunity cost for a mixer.
For mixers.
So it's A.
Both
That means
goods
she has
compared.
comparative.
Those two things, I studied the H out of like Monday, Tuesday. I was like, I've got to get comparative and absolute down. And I'm almost like feeling pretty good about it. That's how you do remember. Comparative has the lower opportunity cost. Absolute, who can produce more of that particular item.
Just straight up, who's going to make more?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Did you get that, Jessica? You good?
Yeah.
You were moving. Total output in an economy increases when each person specializes because each person spends more time producing the product in which he or she has a comparative advantage. There's less.
I think that's one.
That's pretty economical to me. Makes sense.
B?
Yeah, it's not C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked about the government, so I wouldn't say it's D.
Oh, you don't want to get me going on the government. Believe that. Oh, man. All right. Oh, my gosh. What's this guy's name? We'll call him Aztec and Dina. Be able to gain from trade if Dina's opportunity cost of taco changed.
So yeah, for this one, I don't think we made the little charts.
You feel like we need to?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was rolling through right now. Burritos and tacos.
I think it's 2 burritos.
If Dina's opportunity cost on one taco change to 2 burritos. Because right now her opportunity cost is 1 burrito to 4 tacos, right?
No.
No.
It's 1
Oh, 1 taco.
half.
Taco, I got a half. Unless I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm freaking handy right now. It's a half. Oh my gosh.
No, you're good.
Ah.
For 1 cost change of 1 taco.
So 1 half. So you think if we add 2.
So it's saying both of them wouldn't be able to gain from the trade. So either of them. So if it's a half burrito, that's okay. 3/4 is okay. 4/3. So this is interesting. I don't feel 4/3 or 2 would work.
But it wants to know. It wants to know when they won't gain when Diane's opportunity cost of a taco changes to what, right? Is all it wants to know.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Get that wrong.
So
See, there you
Jessica, you said 2, right? 2 burritos is
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
So if we add 2 burritos, that'd be 3 over. I feel like doesn't that still work?
Okay, so hold on. So this is what the question. So the question is asking if her production, right? Like, and this is going off the previous question. I think. I said
Would
they were
not be
trading 10 for 6. No, maybe I'm
You-
wrong.
Oh. Well, because we know burrito to tacos. A third of a burrito. So just cut. If I take the 2 burritos and I know that we came up with 1 half or one burrito to 2 tacos
Mm-hmm.
is what hers was. So you're saying now we have 3 burritos to 2 tacos, right?
Yeah.
If we changed it to 3 to 2. So would not be able to gain. So at what point would they not be able to gain from the opportunity? So what makes you think that point 3 to 2 she can't gain? Because the Aztec is sitting at 3 to 4, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's only for Dina. It's not for him. So we need to calculate only the Dina thing, you know? So since it's 1 half,
I think.
I mean, it cannot be 3/4, you know, because it's not for Arturo, it's for Dina only. So I was thinking it's either 1 half, which is the opportunity cost now, or 2 burritos. Because only her opportunity cost can change, you know? That's what I thought.
Is how you did that.
I think yeah, I like it because I just maybe like looking at her graph, I feel essentially if her opportunity cost went to 2 burritos, that's minusing her production by like a 1/4, right? That would put her tacos all the way down to like 100. To make 100 tacos per 200 burritos. So that's just.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm not gonna say I even have a clue what happened with that one. I don't know. So I'm gonna trust Jessica on this one, I guess, because I just don't know. I don't get it. The wording on that one's hurting me again.
Yeah. So let's Yeah, I don't. The ones I don't know, I just make a note on later. We can
Go through.
just the tutor. We can talk about it later.
Okay. So 17, by definition, exports are.
Goods produced domestically and sold abroad.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, limits placed on quantity. No. That's the right thing. They're made in your town and sold out, and you export them, right?
Yeah.
Those are my type of questions. Bring them all day, you know. Assume that England and Spain can switch between producing cheese and producing bread at a constant rate. England should export. These export ones also are ones I'm struggling with on the homework. That was the one problem I couldn't get.
When was the homework due?
It's not due till tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah, because I haven't started with it yet.
It's all
So
pretty
that's why I'm
easy,
struggling
but
starting already.
this is good, dude. It's all pretty easy, but like one problem. It was the only one I struggled on. So England should have export. So how would you approach this problem? Just curious when you guys look at this, because this is the one I honestly wasn't sure how to approach in the homework.
I think that you export either what other people or like you have a higher, like a better opportunity cost for it, or theirs is lower.
So what
than
are
yours.
okay? So what our absolute advantage could be? Is that what you're saying? Like who can? Is that what you would export?
Yeah.
So we know England has absolute advantage on cheese.
Right. Yep. So I think they should. It's export the cheese, and they import the bread because theirs is
Mm-hmm.
for bread, so they can get it for cheaper outside the country.
Okay, that's what I'm rolling with. That sounds like a winner. Chicken dinner. Suppose. Oh man, someone slapped me. Boatman completely specializes in fish. Produce how many units of fish could it now consume along with 80 units of imported wheat? Okay. So we're just focusing on the boatland. Is that right?
Yeah.
I got 660.
You're cruising faster than me, man. I'm just plugging in some numbers.
But that's me plugging in numbers also. I don't know. Let's see.
Is it on there? There it is, 660.
It's on there. That's why I'm like, hey, maybe I got it right. But then again, I always doubt myself when something shows up that easy. Yeah, I think 660 is right, and that's what I got.
So, okay, so just
How did you get?
talking through it. So they're making Boatland's making 750 fish.
Yes, correct. Because they had 30 times
The 25.
the 25. 750. And then what did I take? I took, and it said Boatland would trade 90 fish to farmland. So I minus 90 out. And that gave me 660. Now is that right, or is that just lucky? Is that just lucky numbers?
No, so that's that, and then it says they consume 75 fish and 75 wheat and 375 fish. So do we have to factor in consumption?
Boatland was completely specialized in fish production. How many units of fish could it now consume along with the 80 units of imported wheat?
So you have to add that and the wheat. So no, we don't have to subtract how much they already did consume. It's just what's their total. So you're right. I think it's a 6. I don't know, man.
So what did I take? Let me go back through. I didn't show my homework. Let me go back through it one more time. 25 times 30 is what we can specialize in. No trade accrued. So the stuff in the middle is kind of extra information. Is that right? Because it's saying at the bottom, we'll just assume they specialize in it. Yeah, because we have to trade the 90 units of fish to get the 80 units of wheat, and then it says now completely specialized in fish. How many units of fish could it now consume along with 80 units of wheat? So we had to trade to get that wheat to come back. So you trade the 90, which would give you 660.
Oh, easy. See, I just trying to make it confusing.
I mean, I'm like the first time I've been 99% positive on one.
Ah, there it is.
It's like when they say you go golfing, it don't matter how it is, as long as you get one good swing, you feel good about the day. I could quit now and go to bed.
I think it's a 660. Yeah.
Okay, that's what makes sense. Chile's production possibility. Colombia, what's the question? Colombia should specialize in the production of.
Like coffee to me. Making twice as much as the other guy.
Is your graph side by side or one on top of the other?
Side by side.
Mine one's on top of the other. What the heck?
Obnoxious.
Oh, there they go. That makes way more sense. I was like, man, maybe that's my problem the whole time. Well, freak. Chile makes better in both. Has the absolute advantage to both.
Well, I know, but it's, remember, just opportunity cost. That's not what we're looking at for specialization.
Oh, so specialization.
Opportunity cost.
So coffee should be what Colombia would do.
Right. And they got to import soybeans.
Coffee and import soybeans.
Oh. That, my friends.
Should we return to that question?
All the way back
What was
to
that,
number
Jessica?
3.
The third question, we didn't finish one of that.
Oh, yeah, number 3.
Yeah.
Let's see
What
here.
a joke of a question.
There's the production possibility. Each one of the year of working. So it's just saying which production could they actually produce in a year? Which of the following combination of jackets and sweaters could Lisa and Bryce together produce in a year? So can we just look at it and eliminate?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
one sweater, 22 jackets. Is that possible between the two of them? I mean, technically, yes, right?
Yeah, maybe what you can try to do is try cutting them in half for each one and see what that is. So half of Bryce's is one sweater and 5 jackets.
One sweater.
If we cut Lisa in half, that's
Excuse me, I just.
That's 8
And 2?
jackets and 2 sweaters.
8 jackets. So maybe this is it. Add that together. That's 3 sweaters and 13 jackets. Is that on there? Nope. Freak.
Nope. uh, reduction possibilities.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, let's do this real quick. It can't be. Well, no, maybe it could.
You leaving? Okay.
Time. So 1 sweater and 22 jackets. So that means if they're doing 22 jackets, that means Lisa's going all out. 16, and we're pulling 6 from Bryce.
That's not doable.
Which would be? Well, if they pull 6 from Bryce, he could pull out a sweater. That's like right there.
Oh wait, let's see.
That's totally it.
Which one?
6.
Just look on Bryce's graph. It's like
I'm looking.
when he's at 6 jackets,
He makes 1 sweater.
he makes 1 sweater. That's it. Boom. Stupid problem.
And when Homeboy makes 16 jackets, he's doing 0 sweaters. So 1 sweater and 22 jackets would work.
Yes.
That's
And
what
our minds are on fire.
dude, your mind's on fire, but that's hey, something I'm learning here. I think there's more to be looked at by using that PP line in problems.
Yeah.
Like looking at it. So I feel good about it. You know, I'm gonna say that's cool. They're all saved. How do we submit this, Shiz? I mean,
Submit right at the bottom.
let's see. I don't anything above a D is always good for me.
Turns submitting it one at a time. See,
It's a B, man. I got a B, so hold on. Oh, it's probably not gonna let me see what we missed.
That's okay, funny. I'll just text it.
So that's what we got. I'm gonna